By the end of this video, you're going to know how to get 10 times more work done in a shorter time frame. I'm obsessed with thinking about ways to get more out of my day, more out of the hours that I have available, because I believe it's not how hard you work, but what you do in the time that you have available that makes the difference between you ending up here and here. And it also affects the velocity and speed at which you reach your end destination and reach your goal. So it's something I've been thinking about for quite some time, and I approach it from a direction that is not really that conventional. If you look up, how to become more productive, there's a lot of videos and a lot of hacks and a lot of people telling you to use specific techniques and softwares. But I've taken an approach that is very simple, and it's helped me, and many others that I've shared it with. I actually had this video fully planned. I was going to record it, and I had like my notes written out. But then I ended up doing a one-on-one call, because I do take on a few people to do one-on-one calls with as I'm going through my own journey of building and scaling my business. And I ended up just sharing it with this particular person that I'm mentoring because he was really struggling with being productive. He was really struggling with using his time effectively. And he felt like, no matter what he was doing, he was just staying in one spot. And you'll see a moment in the video where he realizes why that's taken place, and what he needs to do to start actually moving in the right direction. So I'm going to jump to that video now. If you like it, enjoy it, please share it, and I'll see you in the next one. There's actually one thing I want you to understand about time, bro, and this will
Mm-hmm.
really begin to shift your perspective on how you start using your time. And it's by understanding these fundamental principles, these fundamental ideas that really start to shift and change the game. So we know that time is what? What comes,
Money.
right? Money, right?
Yeah.
So time is money. Now, what that means, or should mean, is that if you use your time poorly,
Mm-hmm.
what
You're losing
happens?
money. You're
Right?
losing money.
You're losing money or you become poor
Yeah.
financially, right?
Yeah.
The better we use our time,
Mm-hmm.
the more money we should really be making.
Yeah.
Right. So the first thing that we want to do is try to get as much time as possible.
Mm-hmm.
The more time that we have, the more money we should be able to make too.
Yep.
Right? So the more time that we have available, the better for us. So that's the first thing we need to look at is what can you do to get as much time possible?
Mm-hmm.
Then when we start to take a look at you getting as much time back as possible, the next thing we take a look at is what are you actually doing with your time, right? Now, when you
Yep.
have time, what do you do with it? That's productive. You do this
Mm-hmm.
thing called work,
Yep. You're right.
right? And when you're working, what are you exerting?
Um, Energy,
Energy.
like as in physically. Yeah, energy.
100% right. You exert
Yeah.
energy, right? This is you
Mm-hmm.
over here. The little Hamzi over here. And this is where you want to be.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what this looks like, but let's just say you got some more muscles,
Mm-hmm.
got a nice car,
Mm-hmm.
whatever, right? What do you over here? What do you want? What's that number? What's the monthly income you want to make?
30 grand. 20,
30K,
20, yeah, 30 grand.
30K,
I'm not ever gonna lowball it.
beautiful. 30K per month.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else do you want? You want to be full-time business, right? Because at the moment you're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
full-time
Yeah.
business. What else?
Healthy.
So healthy. Cool. Anything else?
Um,
Version?
just more spiritual, I guess. That's it. They're probably the main things
Cool.
that we've talked about. Yeah.
So this is where you are at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
You're not full-time in business. You're not making near that 30K mark. You're not as healthy as you want to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what we want is to be moving this way, correct?
Mm-hmm.
What allows us to move? Energy.
Energy and
When
time.
when we exert energy, Newton's
Mm-hmm.
law is For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So when you
Mm,
exert energy, you move. You
mm,
naturally move in some sort of direction,
that's right.
right?
Yep.
But what we want to avoid is that you move in the wrong way. This is where most people go wrong. You're trying to go here, you're putting a whole bunch of energy into things that are moving you backwards on a different road, right?
Mm, mm,
And then there is the different type of work that we do will exert different types of levels of energy, which will then
mm,
move us at a different pace forward.
mm,
So an example is you may create time, and then the work that you do is checking your emails or responding to clients asking questions. That's going to exert a small amount of energy. So you're probably just going to move forward like this.
mm,
But instead, you could create time, and then the work that you do be outreach, for example,
mm,
or launch Facebook ads.
mm.
In that same 1 hour that you would have used to respond or to speak with clients or actually build someone's website, you could have done
I've
it
worked and grown the business.
Facebook ads,
Yeah.
which would actually create a big energy input.
Mm-hmm.
And then this, instead of being a small little movement forward, it becomes a big push forward.
Yep.
So what we want to do is get as much time as possible and then choose to do tasks that are going to create the biggest energy input in the right direction. And if you do that, before you know it, you'll end up here.
Okay.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah.
At the moment, let's talk about your time.
Okay.
In order for us to like make time, what do we need to be less of? Less what? We need to be
Lazy?
not just lazy, less distracted. That's
I'm
the
less distracted. Yeah, yeah, I agree with that. I should have gone to that. Yeah.
everyone's
Yeah, I'm
always
pretty distracted.
how to focus more. That's what everyone's searching up. If you go on YouTube, everyone's asking, how do I focus more?
Yeah.
Right? People are also asking how to be more what? Be more
Productive?
productive, right? Right? That's what
Yeah.
most people do. But the thing is, it's much easier to not do something than it is to do
Let's
something.
just do it. Yeah.
If you look up videos on YouTube, most of these videos have the most views. But the
Mm.
actual right question to ask is how to
To make more time?
no, not be distracted.
Mm.
Because when you stop being distracted, what do you have more of?
Focus.
Yes, but
Time,
also
time, time.
time.
Yeah.
So less distracted, less D, more
Yeah.
T,
Yeah,
less
yeah, more time.
distracted, more time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
And the thing is, instead of trying to think about how do I focus more, just ask yourself, how do I become less distracted? Because when I become less distracted, I naturally have more time on my hands. And then you're either going to, when you have a whole bunch of time on your hands and nothing to do, you're either going to do nothing and be bored, or what's more likely that you're going to do?
Um, you're gonna work. You're gonna work more.
You're
You're
gonna
gonna
run.
put on more energy.
So this is
Yeah.
the answer. First of all, we want to get more time. Let's get more time. Because if
Mm.
we've got more time, we've got more time to work.
Mm.
The more time we have, the more time we're using effectively, the more when we're going to be making. So that's
Mm.
the first thing we need to do is get more time. So at the moment, I want you to tell me what's distracting you. What's your distractions?
Um, my phone. Definitely my phone.
Okay.
Social media. Um, family. Can't really get with family, but I mean, you can manage it better. Um,
Yep.
what else? My like, it's not really a distraction, but like, I'm not as productive as I used to be. Like, I'd finish work 9 to 5, come home and just sit on bed. Like, I'm not bothered. Like, I just want to lay there and just like relax. Like, don't even want to work. Like, if I have to work, it's becoming like I'm going out my way. Whereas before, like last year, the start of the year, like I would come home, work for a couple of my hours, then go to bed. So I don't know how to
What
word
was
that one,
different
but like,
about what was different about last year and now?
um, Probably was more driven. Probably because I was setting better goals. Like obviously, like now I'm getting back into goal setting, like that drive's coming back, but I've just not had that for so long. So I'd say those three are like the main distractions.
So before
I
you had
think what
more
else?
what?
Goals, more goals.
Yes, you had more goals,
Yeah.
but
Oh, I
if
had more time.
you had more, but if the issue at the moment is you're in bed and you're lazy,
Oh, I had more energy last.
had
Now I
more
don't.
energy.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah, I had more energy. Yeah,
but
yeah, yeah.
energy doesn't come from nowhere.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
All of this affects each other. It all
That's
affects
right.
you.
Yeah,
When you say this is what people don't understand, there is always second and third order consequences to everything we do. The
yeah.
reason why you're coming home and you're feeling lazy is probably because of your phone use. You just don't know that.
Yeah.
But then, because you're on your phone, you don't have time to work on your goals, which then does not create any passion or motivation, which then creates no energy when you come back.
Mm,
When I wake up in the morning, I run downstairs and I can work like a maniac because I've got this like really positive feedback cycle, this insane loop that just creates energy. I'm
mm,
always motivated. I never, ever just say, I just feel like laying down and doing nothing. But that's not because I'm like something special, man. It's just, I just have the right loop going that creates that energy. So
mm,
let's start here. And trust me, once we got this down pat, you're going to start having more energy. That's not going to become a
mm.
problem. So you got your phone that's distracting you, your social media, your family is distracting you. What else?
Um, fuck, I don't know. Like work, like I struggle to leave on time at work. Like I'm always so. I'm gonna say my full-time job. It's very distracting. I don't feel like it's complementing my lifestyle.
Full-time work. Okay, cool. Let's just start here.
Yeah, I
Right?
think it's it.
Because we don't need to really do much. There's a lot of low-hanging fruit here. What you need to do next is you need to eliminate and you need to reduce them.
Uh-huh.
And your commitment to eliminating something and sacrificing, how big and huge the step you take to make here, it shows the level of commitment you have from going from where you are to where you want to be.
Mm,
So, for example, if you don't use social media and it's not making you money in business, deactivate like right away.
uh-huh.
That is a certain level of commitment that's what someone who's really serious about getting to that 30K a month mark would do.
Yeah,
They wouldn't even question it. They would delete every single social media app, deactivate, get rid of it, take it off the phone.
yeah, got you.
That's step number one.
Yeah,
Number two, your phone. If your phone is distracting, we'd ask why. Well, it's because of notifications that you're getting.
yeah.
Remove every single notification that you have.
Mhm.
Every single notification. I've had notifications off for the last 4 years, including text messages,
Well,
and I've never missed out on an emergency. If there's an emergency,
well,
no one will email you, no one will Slack you. If there's an emergency, you will get like a quadruple dial to your phone,
yeah,
and you can answer that, right? I used to even put my phone on Do Not Disturb so that it would only ring on the second ring. So if someone was really urgently trying
yeah.
to
That's what I have now. Yeah, yeah.
call me
I get what you
twice or
mean.
3 times, then I know it's something important. Other than
Yeah.
that, I don't want my phone ringing for no reason,
Well,
right?
okay.
So you would go, let's go E, so social media,
Yeah,
and then E, notifications.
uh,
Just remove them all, bro. Go on your phone and just remove all your notifications.
yeah,
Because you're sitting there working and then your phone will get notified because of some sort of app notification, and you don't know what that split second of you looking at your screen working and looking down at your phone does to your focus.
it adds up as well over your whole year.
It takes on average 15 minutes to get back into the zone every time you shift focus.
Yeah,
So you remove notifications and then you reduce your phone.
yeah,
My phone's not on my desk right now.
yeah.
I don't work and keep my phone next to me where I can look at it and be tempted to pick it up,
Mm,
right? If you don't, but
yeah,
I need my phone around me because I'll probably get phone calls. Take your phone. If you actually don't need it and you're working on a particular task, go and put it in a room somewhere. Put on Do Not Disturb. Put it in a drawer. Keep it away from you.
Yeah.
right? You do this, we don't have to worry about this stuff here. This stuff becomes easy. And because you're not going to be working on your phone, you're going to be working on your laptop. Your family will start seeing you're actually busy and leave you alone.
Yeah. I get you now.
Just
Yeah.
easy conversations like, look, guys, while I'm working, this is what I'm doing. Please just like try to minimize, try to like delegate. If you've got another sibling that can start taking more responsibility, have a chat to them. But this stuff here's the important stuff, bro.
Yeah. Because it has like second and third consequences.
Massive. So
Yeah.
then what's going to happen when you don't have your phone near you? You've got every notification off. You don't have any social media. All you're going to have now is more what?
Um,
More time. So that's step number one. That's what I need you to do.
mhm.
Next step number two, when you now we've got Hamzi and he's got time, we now need to ask, what do we do with the time that we have?
Make money.
Sorry?
Make money.
Yes, but the thing is, it never really works that way.
That's right. Yeah.
You don't just do something and make money. There's always some
That's
sort
right.
of
Yeah.
plan, right? So what we need to focus on is the actual tasks that move us in the right direction and that allow us to take the biggest leaps forward.
Mm,
So every day, with the time that you have available, when you're writing out your to-do list, whatever you spend time doing, because I want you to remember something, there is such thing as productive procrastination. Do you know what that
mm.
is?
Not really.
Productive procrastination are like business owners that spend all their days, all the time in their day, answering inbound phone calls, responding to emails, responding to customer queries, dealing with like things that don't matter, that it's just work. It's like productive procrastination. We're putting in some work,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
That's what productive procrastination is. So when you're putting in your to-do list, it's really important that the tasks that you choose to focus on are not productive procrastination tasks. So there's
Mm,
pretty much one or two questions you need to ask yourself. Is the task that I'm doing moving me towards my goal? And is it helping me walk, run, or sprint towards my goals? That's two questions. So give me a task that an activity that you would add to your to-do list.
Um, um, if it's with the marketing team, so I would action Slack. So, check results or actually, no. I would check ads manager. So see how the ads are going. See if they're obviously actioning my requests. Communicate on Slack with the team. I would check Xero, like make sure Xero is good. Any bills have come through or reconcile line items. Um, what else usually I do? Check email definitely. Um, check Shopify for all my e-commerce clients. So the five I have right now. So check their Shopify store, make sure everything's all good.
Yeah.
Check sales coming in, make sure they're live. Just do a random spot check. That's pretty like much. Apart from that, like everything else, like personally, is more like gym. Make sure I go gym if I can fit in that day. And when
Let's
it
just
comes to work,
stop
yeah,
there. Let's focus on work stuff, right?
yeah,
This here is the reason why you're still here and not actually here, bro.
okay,
Every single one of these tasks are what you would call maintenance activities.
yeah,
Give me one activity here that actually pushes you in this direction.
none.
What do they do?
They just keep the business surviving.
You just literally stay in the same spot.
Yeah,
This is where most people go wrong.
okay,
When you do have time available, you're working on activities that don't even move you in this direction, like literally not even a little bit. This is all
yeah,
maintenance activities.
yeah,
Now, a maintenance activity is important to do 100%, just not by you.
yeah,
Or if you're going to do them, they should be what you spend the least amount of time doing
hmm
after
hmm
you do the activities that are actually going to move you in this direction. So when we
hmm
think about you getting to 30K per month, what activities would actually move you in that direction?
Um, Making outbound calls.
Okay, so anything that is marketing,
Yeah, marketing. So actually spending time on marketing the business. So like social media, maybe Facebook ads, actually making content for my personal brand and the business brand because that like are two they're two streams of income technically.
yep,
Um,
and more customers. What would happen if you're trying to get to 30K a month and you got more
mm,
customers? Would
I'm
this
putting more energy.
move you a little bit or move you a lot towards
No, it will move me a lot more. I mean, it will move me, yeah, it will move me a lot more. Yeah,
and in the right direction?
that's
Cool.
right. Yeah,
Activities getting to get more customers. What
that's
else?
right. Um, all right. What else? Like having like a moment. Marketing
Well, if you're
sales.
going to get more customers,
Would like outsourcing? So like breaking
I
down what items can be outsourced and actually like
reckon
spending the time. Yeah, so spending the time to delegate the right tasks for the right money to the right
you're going to
people. So
get to 30K a month. What's going to happen is you're going to get customers, right? You're going to get customers. Then you're going to do the work,
and I'm gonna go backwards.
and then you're going to have less time,
This time.
and then you're going to put less time into getting customers, and then you're eventually not going to get any customers, and you're just going to spend your time doing this. So
Mm,
you need to solve this bottleneck,
mm,
and that is by hiring and recruiting and training other
mm,
people to do the work, so you can spend
mm,
more time focusing on getting customers. So
mm,
marketing, sales, getting customers, hiring, recruiting, training, and then the last thing I'll tell you is knowledge.
mm.
It's putting aside time in what
To
you're
grow.
currently doing, mentors, mentorships, courses,
Yeah.
investing into gaining knowledge. Because eventually you're going to like do the work, but then you're going to get to a point where you're going to be like, fuck, I don't even know what to do. Like, I don't know how
Mm,
to market to get customers. I don't know how to
mm,
run a Facebook ad. I don't know where to go to hire and recruit, and I don't know how to train people. So
mm.
you're going to need this knowledge to feed so that you know how to do these things over here.
Yeah, that's true.
Make sense? So now
Yes, it
look,
does.
we've got more time
Yeah.
because we're less distracted. And then you do activities that are going to move you forward. And then you have to understand that some activities will move you forward a little bit and some will move you forward a lot. So when you're sitting there and planning your day, every time you write down a to-do list or an activity to do, you have to ask yourself, is this going to help me walk, jog, or sprints? At what pace is this going to move me forward? So I'll give you an example. I could spend 1 hour calling customers. Hey, do you want a website? 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 Yes, you want a website? Perfect. Or I could spend 1 hour building a landing page, recording a VSL, and putting together an ad. And I put that ad out there, and then that ad gets me 1,000 customers or 100 customers. Make sense?
Yeah, that does make sense. I got you.
So every time you sit down and you write your activities or to-dos for the day, you need to ask
Mm,
yourself these questions.
mhm.
Cool?
Yeah.